What's good, my fellow GeoGeeks and MetaMappers? Spatial Ninja here, bringing you This Week in MetaMapping. Today is April 9th, 2023. Happy Easter Sunday. We've got a lot of great topics and things to cover today. We've got some articles that will talk about some new 3D projects that are underway. We'll talk about a new win for Intermap, where they've started to collect some 3D data and generate 3D data for a major telecom provider in Vietnam. We've got another article which will talk about some drone work that a company did for the Aztecs football stadium down in San Diego. Then we'll talk about some new ArcGIS updates, the new analysis that is available in the web map viewer, as well as provide you a list with different applications in ArcGIS that can be used for map swipes. Then we'll spend some time talking about what's new in the City Maps collection, the NFT project from Meta World Maps. So be sure to stick around for that. We'll also talk about some mappy memes of the week, and we've got an upcoming giveaway. So be sure to stay around for the end of the video, which we will talk about that giveaway and how to participate. So with that, let's just jump right into the articles for this week. So the first one today comes from GIS Cafe and is Intermap wins contract with major telecom provider in Vietnam. As we can see here, high resolution elevation data is critical to upgrading the telecom networks in Vietnam. And so this organization, they've provided geospatial data that was generated by their patent process and artificial intelligence. So essentially, Intermap Technologies, which is a global leader in 3D geospatial products and intelligent solutions, they announced a contract with this major telecommunications provider in Vietnam to provide them with a suite of data projects or products to help this telecom support their infrastructure build out. So Intermap will generate highly accurate and detailed 3D models of terrain, buildings, and other structures in over 70 cities and towns throughout Vietnam. So this data is very useful for the telecommunication space, and specifically the wireless providers that are building out services like 5G, where they need these 3D models to accurately plan the coverage for their wireless networks. So we can see this quote here from their chairman and CEO. Upgrading telecommunication networks has traditionally been a complex and resource-intensive process, but with their innovative use of 3D geospatial data created by their patent process, they've streamlined the network upgrade process, resulting in an improved performance and better service as the global telecom industry continues to evolve and move towards 5G and beyond. So this seems to be a big trend right now. Again, a lot of organizations looking at acquiring or building these 3D data products, specifically in telecommunications, which can help with the planning of these wireless networks. Our next article here comes from Arc News, from Esri. For new stadium build, drone technology keeps sustainability on track. So the construction of Snapdragon Stadium involved recycling all the concrete from the stadium that San Diego's former professional football team, the Chargers, used to play in, and redistributing it as sub-base material for the roads that service the university's new stadium and 132-acre Mission Valley campus. So essentially where the old Charger Stadium was, San Diego and the university have built up a brand new football stadium. And as they have been building it, they've been recycling a lot of the old stadium materials. And as they've been constructing it, they've been flying drones to provide status and updates as construction is taking place. So we can see here from this quote from Justin Dorsey, we needed a way to track and understand how materials were being moved in conjunction with the stadium and be able to validate the information from contractors that were saying, you know, the status of this project, make sure that they were providing the correct status. So they wanted to validate that information that they were giving to them. So what they did was they elected to use drones to fly around the project site along with SiteScan for ArcGIS to collect, process, and analyze the imagery. So every phase in the project collecting a new imagery scan of the construction site so that they could keep tabs on the materials but also monitor construction and progress as they were building the stadium. So what they did was they shared weekly distribution reports with stakeholders that shared the site plan and included a link to the 2D orthomosaic as well as a 3D mesh model to let users walk around the site remotely. So I think this trend of providing these more up-to-date status of construction is going to continue to happen, and drones are going to be a big part of collecting that information and then using GIS like ArcGIS to process that drone information and create these 2D and 3D information products. So pretty cool project here. Again, I think this is one of many of these types of stories that we're seeing right now where drones are being used to collect this type of information and provide status updates of construction. Next article here from Arc News. Map Viewer in ArcGIS Online gets new spatial analysis tools. So for those of you who use ArcGIS, specifically ArcGIS Online, the old Map Viewer used to have analysis tools in it. When Esri released the new Map Viewer, initially those analysis tools were not in that new Map Viewer. So now for users of ArcGIS Online, it is possible to leverage new feature and raster analysis tools in the Map Viewer. So these different spatial analysis tools can be split into two categories: feature analysis, so vector analysis, points, lines, polygons, as well as raster analysis. We can see the different tools that are available. So we've got generate travel areas, so kind of walk or drive times, enriching layers with demographic information, finding hotspots, so looking at statistically significant clusters, summarizing within, so aggregating the number of features inside of another feature or features that intersect with another feature. I thought this one was pretty cool, adding more of the detect object in deep learning. So with ArcGIS, you get all these different pre-trained models for detecting buildings, swimming pools, satellite TV dishes, and being able to run those deep learning models against imagery, now using this analysis tool directly within ArcGIS Online. So these are just a handful of those new analysis tools that are available. So be sure to check out the complete set of analysis tools in the new Map Viewer. Our last article today comes from the ArcGIS blog, and it's providing a list of apps that you can use to swipe or compare different maps. So we can see the full list here. There's quite a few. We've got the media map that allows you to do swiping between two separate maps. The compare application, which is a configurable app template. The imagery viewer, which is an ArcGIS instant app. Portfolio, which is another ArcGIS instant app. The exhibit, which is an ArcGIS instant app. Web App Builder, as well as the new ArcGIS Experience Builder, both have these capabilities in it. And then there's some imagery and raster viewing apps that also allow you to compare different raster or imagery products. The World Imagery Wayback, Sentinel-2 Explorer, as well as the Landsat Explorer, and the Sentinel Explorer. And finally, ArcGIS Story Maps, which also has a widget to allow your users to compare different maps. So pretty cool. I know that I've used this type of capability a lot when looking at two separate maps, and it's good to see that this capability is across lots of applications. So these were the articles for this week. Now I want to talk a bit more about the City Maps collection, which is an NFT project from Meta World Maps. We've just finished producing these NFTs. So there's 600 of these NFTs. All of them are different cities across the globe. And we chose the highest populated cities. So the 600 top populated cities based off of the total geographic area and population. We can see what these NFTs look like here. We're leveraging the Sentinel-2 B3 green band and satellite imagery for each of these cities. And then we've got some details on this particular NFT. There's a rarity system that we'll talk about here in a minute, and we have a stripe that reflects the rarity of that NFT. And down at the bottom of these NFTs, we've got more information like the city name, as well as some of the properties for that NFT, like its total rank and its rarity. So I mentioned that these NFTs have a rarity system. There are 300 that are common, 200 that are scarce, 75 rare, and 25 extremely rare. We can see some of the NFTs and their locations in the map down here that have already been minted. So there was a pre-sale for this NFT project. There were 6 of these NFTs sold, so those have already been minted. Then we minted 45 NFTs at random that will be used for giveaways. So in total, we had 51 NFTs that have so far been minted. And then in the regular sale, following the pre-sale, we've had 2 more NFTs that have been minted. So far, only 53 out of the 600 NFTs have been minted. So plenty more to mint. And down here in the map, we can also cycle through those NFTs that have already been minted. We can see some of the properties of those NFTs and the actual NFT image down here at the bottom. So if you're interested in minting one of these new NFTs, head over to our minting site and be sure to connect your MetaMask wallet. Now, as soon as you connect your MetaMask wallet, you'll want to switch to the Polygon mainnet. So typically Ethereum will be your default, and you want to switch to Polygon. And then once you do that, have some Matic in your wallet. Now, you need to have some Polygon Matic in your wallet that lives on the Polygon network, because these NFTs reside on the Polygon network. So to get Matic inside of your wallet, the easiest way is to go through like Coinbase. Coinbase now allows you to purchase Matic and transfer it directly to the Polygon network. So when you do transfer that Matic to your MetaMask wallet through Coinbase, be sure to choose the Matic or Polygon network and not the Ethereum network. But if you do have Matic sitting on the Ethereum network, you can always go over to Polygon directly, and you can use their bridge to bridge from Ethereum to Polygon and transfer that Matic on Ethereum to Matic on the Polygon network. We'll be releasing another video where we go through all of this in its entirety and give you a step-by-step on how to do some of this bridging. But once you do have Polygon in your wallet and you come over to the minting site here, you'll be able to select how many city maps you want to mint and then go ahead and mint that. Once you do mint, you'll be able to see that Polygon, you'll be able to see that NFT that lives on Polygon show up in OpenSea. So you can come back to the website here, click on OpenSea, and it'll take you to this collection on OpenSea. So we can see that we've got all the different NFTs so far that have been minted, but none of those cities have been revealed yet. So we are hiding which NFTs you get and the rarity of those NFTs until later on when we decide to unreveal each of these city maps and show you the actual city that you've been minted. So don't worry when you mint and you see just the MetaMaps, MetaWorld Maps logo here and not the actual city map itself. That is because we've not revealed the NFT. So right now we're talking with the community, better understanding the benefits that folks may be interested in. Things like airdrops of NFTs or rev share from all of these NFTs that have been sold, as well as potential staking and access to things like premium Discord, merchandise, or a gated NFT website. So if you've got some ideas for benefits for holders, be sure to check our Discord out and make sure you mention some of those benefits that you would like to see come here. So again, really excited that those city maps are complete, and now more and more folks can start minting them, and we've got all those cities ready for the reveal later this year. So let's jump into a couple of mappy memes as we finish up for the week. The first one comes from Nathan Hazelwood. We've got our mappy meme, GIS, I am your father, with the Darth Vader. And then Luke, smart cities, digital twins, geo AI, location analytics, Geo 2.0, virtual reality. No. Yeah, I mean, GIS has kind of always been that digital twin, being able to model things in GIS as they actually are in the real world. So a lot of these kind of newer buzzword technologies, GIS is kind of at its core and has been foundational to a lot of these newer things for a long time. So really like this one here. We'll like and retweet this mappy meme. Second one this week comes from Matt Malone. The other 52 shapefiles after number 3 is renamed export final. I've got, whether they're feature classes in geodatabases or exports of shapefiles, they all say export final with a date, export final final, export final final final. So definitely related to this mappy meme here. So we'll like and retweet that. All right, so those were our mappy memes of the week. Finally, want to announce a giveaway that we are going to be doing in May. We've got a Ledger Nano X that we're going to be giving away. So be sure to track our Twitter and Discord for the official rules. This will include liking some tweets and joining our Discord, as well as participating in our Where in the Meta World contests, where you've got to guess the city based off of aerial imagery. So super excited to be giving this Nano X away for all of those of you in the crypto space. It's a great way to cold storage your crypto. Again, we'll be doing that in May, so make sure you stay tuned to our Twitter account for the official rules for this giveaway. Lastly, if you've not already, be sure to like and subscribe to our MetaMapping YouTube channel. We've got a lot of great shorts on here, as well as our previous This Week in MetaMapping videos, as well as more videos on our NFT projects that are coming soon. So this has been another episode of MetaMapping, and as always, stay mappy, my friends.